There's three charts that disprove Donald Trump's convention speech. Excuse me. The central question going into Donald Trump's acceptance speech at the Republican National Convention was how he'd spin his disastrous record, which now includes more than 200,000 Americans dead from the coronavirus and an unemployment rate above 10%. Trump quickly made this strategy clear: take credit for something he didn't do, and dodge blame something for something that he's and dodge blame for something that he's responsible for. Let's start with what he didn't do. The convention was suffused with nostalgia for the economy of 6 months ago. Before the coronavirus came in, Trump said wistfully, "We produced the best unemployment. We produced the best unemployment numbers for African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and Asian Americans ever recorded." And he's right in a way. Unemployment was low, wages were rising, but GDP growth was growing. The stock market was shattering records. But that wasn't the boom that Trump created. That was the boom that Trump inherited, and one that slowed and then collapsed on his watch. During the first 3 years of the Trump administration, the economy added slightly fewer jobs per month than during the last 3 years of the Obama administration. 182,000 jobs a month versus 224,000 a month. The first 3 years of the Trump economy look like the last 3 years of the Obama economy, albeit but somewhat less job growth. If Trump's economic policy was so masterful, why is it so impossible to pinpoint his takeover on a simple chart of job growth? You could see the economy turn around under Obama. You can't see the job growth accelerate under Trump, because it didn't. To the extent presidents deserve credit for economic trends, Trump has taken credit for someone else's work. In this case, Obama's. Of course, a quick look at that particular chart does show a radical break with the economic trend under Trump, but it's over the last year and it's much for the worse. So far in 2020, the economy has lost, on average, 1,774,000 jobs each month, which brings us to the blame that Trump wants to dodge. Coronavirus, not a new Trump policy, obliterated the economy, but presidencies are defined by how they respond to the crises that happen on their watch. The Obama administration had to pull the country out of the Great Recession. The Trump administration had to defend America against coronavirus. It failed, and horribly so. The Trump worked gamely Thursday night to defend his record here through a mixture of blame shifting. Our nation and the rest of the world has been hit with a once-in-a-century pandemic that China allowed to spread through the globe, and misdirection. The United States is among the lowest case fatality rates of any major country in the world, but the truth here is undeniable. Under Trump, America has let coronavirus rage across the population in a way that peer developed nations haven't. We have far more cases per capita, and we have few more deaths per capita. In this context, to argue that America is leading the world because of a lower case fatality rate is perverse. Case fatality rate measures the proportion of total confirmed cases that end in death. That rate might reflect care, or it might reflect that we've let the virus rage across the population unimpeded, leading to a more healthy people getting sick. Or it might reflect differences in testing of data. If we keep case counts as low as peer nations had, comparing CFRs might be useful, but we didn't. On the measures we care about most, case counts and deaths, America is doing worse than any other rich nation, save except for maybe Spain. It's not Trump's fault that the coronavirus reached our shores. It is Trump's fault that he responded so fecklessly. There was no reason that, say, Germany should have been so much more capable in its response. The difference was a political leadership, a difference that was visually on display during Trump's speech, which packed 1,500 people into the White House lawn with no face mask in sight. The grim truth is that even today, we still don't have a plan to control the coronavirus, except to hope for a vaccine. The dumbass Mike Pence admitted as much on Wednesday. Last week, Joe Biden said no miracle is coming. What Joe doesn't seem to understand is that America is a nation of miracles, and we're on track to have the world's first safe, effective coronavirus case by the end of this year. So that's the plan, a miracle. And how many Americans will die between now and then? How many will die if we don't have an effective vaccine produced and delivered at a scale by the end of the year? So this, then, is the core of Trump's re-election message. You should give him credit for the economic recovery that he inherited from Obama, and you should blame someone else for the disastrous response to the coronavirus inspiring stuff. And that, so if you like the video, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel. Ryan Ben Mike. And then also and also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when a new video comes out. Thanks for listening.